Hi everybody, welcome back to our drawing class. Today we're going to be drawing a Lego man. So there won't be any lines that we need to erase. I'm going to work on my marker. If you want to work with your marker or your pen, whatever you've got going, your crayon, whichever you'd like to use, you can also still use a pencil. We're going to start with his body today. So a Lego is kind of, they're squares or rectangles, right? So we're just going to start with a line straight across our paper here, kind of near the top half. I'm just going to draw one line straight across. Okay, and then we're going to draw the body, so the two sides on the line. I'm going to angle them just a little bit to give him some different shape. Okay. Then you want to close off that shape and you want to make it into his body. There we go. So we got our start here. All right, and then we're going to come down and we're just going to add a little triangle, a skinny rectangle all the way across. So I'm going to start here, do two lines, make sure they're even, and draw a line all the way to connect them. Okay, and then we're going to come down a little bit below. We're going to draw two separate rectangles here. So I'm going to start on this side, and I'm just going to draw one, two, and then I'm going to connect here. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, and then I'm going to connect him here in the middle. So that's kind of the top half of his pants. Then we've got to give him some legs. So just like here how we have these two lines, I'm going to follow them down, but I'm going to leave some space in the middle. I'm not going to connect it there because I want him to have two different legs. So I'll start here, over here, and close them off. So he's got one leg. Now I'm going to come over here to the other leg. Close that one off. Perfect. All right, and then we're going to come down to the bottom of each leg, and we're going to give him a little ankle. So it's going to be a skinny rectangle down the bottom of each of them. There's this little ankle. Both ankles. All right, now we're going to move on to his feet. We're going to give him feet today so he can walk around. It's going to be a rectangle. It's going to extend just a little bit off of the ones that we drew for his legs and his ankles. So you want it to come off just a tiny bit extra. I'll do the same thing over here. Come off a little bit. And then connect at the bottom. Okay, so there's my body, his two legs. We're going to work on his shoulders now. So we're going to come up here on the side, and I'm just going to curve it out. So I'm just going to curve out. That gives him his shoulder curve. Same thing over here. Curve it out. All right, and then I'm going to connect those to his body just by drawing a straight line. There. There. He's got two shoulders, so you kind of see him forming. Okay, now we're going to draw the rest of his arm. So I'm going to curve just a tiny bit, very slight, down. Same thing. I'm going to curve a tiny bit down over there. And then again, we're just going to close it off so that it's connected to his body over here. Same thing. All right, and then just like we did his ankles, we're going to give him a wrist. It's going to be a very skinny rectangle down here, right underneath both of his arms. So I'm just going to extend that a tiny bit, connect it to his body. All right. And then for his hands, we're going to kind of, they curve like a Lego hand. So we're just going to draw a C on his arm. So I'm just going to connect it here. I'm going to start at the bottom, come up. I'm going to touch his wrist, Keep curving around. There's my C. And then I'm going to go on the inside and I'm going to draw a smaller C right here. Smaller C so that it makes him have two sides of his hand. And then we're just going to connect him right here on the sides. There's one. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to start here, touch his wrist, keep curving around. There's my big C. And then I'll go on the inside and do the same thing, give him a small C. And then we'll connect them. So we've got his body, his legs, his two arms and hands. What does he need now? A head. Okay. So we're going to start by giving him a neck. So his neck is going to be a very skinny, very long rectangle just up here on top of his body. So I'm going to start by drawing two lines, kind of in the middle. And then a very skinny rectangle across. Now he's got a neck. And then his head. So his head's going to be a little bit tricky. So we're going to start with two diagonal lines going out. So I'm going to draw 1, 2. So they come right off of those corners there, and that's where you're going to start his head. And then I've got to make two lines on the side. That way they come up and they give him the side of his head. Pretty even. Okay, and then we got to make these two same marks up here on the top. They're going to diagonal in. 1, 2. And then I've got to close off the top of his head. There it is. And then they always have that connector on the top, so you can give them a hat or a helmet or whatever kind of hat you want them to be. And so then one more rectangle right there at the top. Now he needs a face. So we're going to give him happy face. It's going to be a happy Lego man. Yep. And then I'm going to add two lines that kind of give him the curve of his head shape. So I'm just going to draw it from here all the way to here. Just a very skinny, straight line across. And then I'll do the same thing on the bottom. So I'm going to come from this corner to this corner. A skinny line all the way across. And there's my Lego man. I'm going to go ahead and switch markers. I'm using the black one. I'm going to use the blue one today, so that way I can write Lego across his body. So Lego, L-E-G-O. Lego. There's your Lego man. What's left? Color. You did a wonderful job today. Thank you for drawing with me.